We're rolling. Breaking news, Dean. Tyson Fury has caught COVID-19. The fight with Wilder is pushed back, postponed. Who knows what? But it's
It's off.
twisted tale.
It definitely isn't coming on like the England boys. Yeah, it's off. It's off. Yeah.
What is going on? What is going on with this fight? Is this fight cursed? Is the Joshua fight cursed?
Do you know what? Sometimes there's spanners in the works for a reason. You know, only God knows what's actually occurring. But like you said, yeah, it looks like it is a little bit cursed because they had that arbitration. Now the Joshua fight got pushed back. This got put on. The whole world was in a bit of a turbulent, upside down moment, and now this has got pushed back. So the Joshua fight could have actually happened, you know. Or actually no, because he in theory is Fury that caught the COVID, so it probably still would have happened. But I don't know. It's just crazy times.
I just said to you off air, it's a little bit like a soap opera. We're so close to just the perfect narrative of like you fight you and then him fighting him and blah blah blah. But there's always just one little thing just knocking it out of line a little bit. And oh, there's a WBO mandatory to come in somewhere. There's arbitration. Now there's COVID. Then, I mean, if you're Deontay Wilder, let me put this straight to you. After all the stick and all the flack Deontay Wilder has got over the last 6 months or so for loaded gloves theories, heavy suits, and all the rest of it, do you feel a bit for him now that he's gone through all this to get Fury and it's pushed back again?
No, I don't know about feeling for him. Look, he's a guy that's got a great imagination. He says a lot of silly stuff at times. Listen, I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. Without him in the sport of heavyweight boxing, we wouldn't have such a broad spectrum of fights and to look forward to. He is intriguing in some ways, and in some ways he's off-putting because of some of the stuff he says. But look, listen, without him building up that fearsome record of knocking everyone out, and obviously where would we be? You know what I mean? But some of the stuff he said is kind of hindered him somewhat. But look, it is a shame, and I know he wants redemption. You know, he's been talking about it, and now he said this is just another way of them trying to get into his brain and do stuff, something like along those lines. And you know what's funny? He actually said before the fight they're gonna come up with another way to cheat. That's what he said. Who knows? A lot of people are saying they're saying Tyson Fury, party boy, was everywhere, out on the strip, here, there, and everywhere. And you know, was he really training? You know, was he really taking it serious? Did he take his eye off the ball, concentrating too much on AJ fight, and maybe lost interest, lost focus, lost motivation? Who knows? Those are the only things inside deep in the camp will know. We don't even know if Tyson Fury caught COVID because they said inside the Fury camp, so it could be someone close to him. So we're not sure.
There has now been sources. Dan Raphael is the highest profile of the sources, saying it is in fact Tyson is one of the people.
It is what it is. If it's out there, you know, like I've said all along, we're gonna have to live with COVID. It's not the end of the world. It's one of those things. He's caught it in a matter of days. It will be gone. He's a young man. He's a super athlete. He's an elite athlete. So his immune system should be strong and thriving, and he'll be good to go. But some people, they say it affects them differently. You know, everyone's different. I don't see why they wanted to postpone it all the way until the end of October. But hey, look, maybe because he'll have a few days of not training. But I've got a feeling he was probably training through that anyway. Because sometimes, as they say, if you're asymptomatic or whatever, you don't even know you have it, and fighters are still training through. Just like Teofimo Lopez, he went through a whole camp and then he caught it on the thing. So I'm not sure if it hinders some people or not. And that's another subject all about it anyway. But look, it's a shame.
I was going to mention Teo just that second as well. You took it out of my mouth. So if you're Wilder, then what do you do? Do you say, because listen, I had on BBC Radio this morning. BBC Radio famously does a little bit of boxing when the big fights happen, but it doesn't really cover it. It doesn't really, but it's getting on to now. They're saying, oh, what this means is Anthony Joshua is not going to happen. The Fury Joshua fight isn't going to happen this year, at least. You know, it possibly pushes it back next year, and by then, all the other belts are going to be saying it's time for our mandatory now. The WBO have got theirs in, but you know, what if the IBF got something to say about it? What if the WBC or do you know, whoever? If you're Wilder, do you think, right, okay, I'm going to go and fight either another top level opponent, someone like Dillian, someone like I don't know, somebody else, or do you say I'm going to go fight just some kind of keep busy fight and stay active, because I've been sticking to my part of the deal.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, but look, there is a possibility Dillian threw his name in the hat. You know, I saw online Eddie put up something, Dillian saying, look, he's in camp, he was ready to fight end of August, but he's put himself in the hat saying, look, I'm ready now to get this shot and get this bum. That's what he's saying, you know, Wilder, you've been running from me. Look, this is my opportunity to, you know, take the bull by the scruff or the horn or whatever you want to say and get his opportunity. But look, the likelihood is, why is Wilder going to fight him when he's got an opportunity to go and fight for the WBC World title later? And there's a big possibility that he could lose. So he's going to think, well, I'm going to mess up a super payday just for a happy medium to appease the fans. I'm not sure he's too concerned about appeasing fans or doing anything of the sort. So it's a great substitute for someone to step in. If Dillian was to step in, what a fight that would be. You know, like he's in camp, like you said, he's raring and ready and willing to go. But I could not see Deontay Wilder giving him the shot or the daylight to even consider such a fight.
Do you think if you're Anthony Joshua now, and you're looking at Fury and Wilder going on and on about this is gonna rumble on for a whole while longer, do you think he's looking at Usyk, the next opponent, and thinking, even the next opponent isn't going to be Fury or Wilder? Maybe I'm looking at Dillian Whyte then, because that's a huge money fight. I'm going to make a load of money either way. Fury and Wilder, like we said before, what if Wilder wins? What if Wilder wins? They've got to go off and have a 4. So if you're AJ, mate, do you know what? Let that ship sail. I'm bored.
Man, yeah, I can't see AJ sitting back waiting for anyone, like you said. And we've spoken about this before, you know, because like you said, if Wilder does win, they're going to have a full fight, and then it's just going to go into some labyrinth of a maze of some form of labyrinth of some crazy beyond our imagination, left and ups and downs. But this is the world of heavyweight boxing. You know, things change, business deals change, promoters, whatever, different promoters, TV broadcasting deals, lots of things affect boxing. And in this one, it could also end up that Dillian's on the end of being in a prime position to, you know, pounce and get his shot at a world title some way, somehow in this instance. But only time will tell. And it's good all round for heavyweight boxing. There's sad news, but then sometimes that sad news is good times.
Dillian is due. This is ridiculous now. Dillian is due a fight at that level. Like, we don't know. He may go in and he may lose to AJ or Fury or Wilder or whoever's got it. But he's earned the right to at least find out.
Anything's possible, man. Deal the Can man is ready to go in there and whoop some ass, man. Look, we don't look at options of losing. We only look at the positives of winning. But it's heavyweight boxing. Anything is possible. But look, I think, you know, Dillian's he's one of the most improved heavyweight boxers. Yeah, he's one of the most improved heavyweight boxers around since he's lost to AJ, and even in the redemption to Pavilion. So
listen, mate, I think we're beginning to lose you, but I think we got it all there. At the end of the day, we just have to wait and see what twist and turn it is. The soap opera. The show is now on a knife edge. We're going to come back next week and find out something else. You know, find out what the Fury Wilder is, what the fight day is for Dillian, etc., etc. But listen, mate, I'll let you crack on, because I think we're losing a bit of signal on you there.
Signal, and then a lot of people started calling as usual. But look, thanks again, and let's look forward to next week's.
Yeah. Catch you later, mate.
In a bit. Bye.